Hey guys, today I'm talking about using Rode brand mics and cables with your iPhone. I'm Jade, hope you're doing well. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back, and if this is your first time here, feel free to subscribe and be sure to hit that bell notification icon so that you'll know anytime I post something new. Now you might be asking whether it's worth it to use an external microphone for making videos or live streaming with your smartphone. I definitely think that it's worth it. That's not to say that the built-in onboard microphones on most smartphones are terrible, but you'll definitely improve your audio quality if you use a dedicated external microphone. Alright, so here is my arsenal or inventory of Rode cables and adapters for use with Rode external mics for smartphones. However, I'll be speaking in detail about these a little later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Now here are the Rode external mics that I use or have used. I've got the SmartLav Plus, the Videomic Me, and the Video Micro, which actually isn't for smartphones, but I'll be talking about that also a little later in this video. Okay, now the first external mic for my iPhone that I ever purchased was the SmartLav Plus. I actually did a video review about this mic ages ago, and if you'd like, you can still check out that video by clicking on the card right here. The SmartLav Plus is a clip-on lapel mic, also known as a lavalier, that is on a 3-foot cord with a TRRS connector. Very important. For a mic to work with your iPhone, it needs to have a TRRS connector, which stands for Tip Ring Ring Sleeve. In my case, I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus, so the connector will plug into the dongle, but if you're using an iPhone 6 or anything older, then you would plug that directly into the 3.5mm headphone jack, and we're good to go. We now have an external mic connected to the iPhone. The second mic that I purchased was the Videomic Me, which is a small shotgun mic that rejects sound from the sides and the rear. It plugs directly into the 3.5mm jack on your phone and has a clamp to keep it fastened. Now this worked well when I had an iPhone 6, but now that I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus, which no longer has a 3.5mm jack, I'm no longer able to use this mic. I had an old BlackBerry laying around that does have a 3.5mm jack, so I thought I'd use it as an example here just to show you what that looks like with the microphone mounted. And finally, the Rode Videomic is the very last external mic that I purchased, but as I was saying earlier, this mic is not specifically made for use with smartphones, but rather for use with dSLR cameras. Just like the Videomic Me, it comes with a wind filter, also known as a dead cat for when you're recording outdoors in windy conditions, and it's exactly the same as the Videomic Me, as in it's a small shotgun mic, except that it has a suspension bracket so that it can be mounted on the hot shoe of a digital SLR, and because it's meant for a digital SLR, the connector type is TRS instead of TRRS. Now you'll need to use an adapter cable in order to connect it to a smartphone from TRS to TRRS, and you'll also need to find a way to mount it since unlike digital SLRs, smartphones are not equipped with a hot shoe. So before I start talking about the Rode cables and adapters, let me show you quickly what I use to mount the Rode Videomic with my iPhone, and that is the Beast Grip Pro video rig for smartphones. As you can see, it's a pretty cool piece of gear, and you can click on the card right up here for a link to the Beast Grip Pro YouTube channel. The Beast Grip has a cold shoe, as you can see, and so I'm able to simply mount my mic right there, and I'm good to go. Now, obviously not everybody has a Beast Grip Pro, so if you're filming or live streaming with your iPhone in a static location, you could always just mount the Rode Videomic onto a small tripod, for example, on something like the Joby GorillaPod as seen here. Okay, so now for cables and adapters. Starting in chronological order is the Rode SC1, which is a 20-foot TRRS extension. By the way, Rode has color-coded TRRS as gray and TRS as black, just to avoid any confusion. So for example, I can take my SmartLav Plus and plug that into the SC1, and then plug the other end into my iPhone, and voila, the person wearing the mic can now be about 23 feet away from the iPhone. Now I know many people are wondering, can I use the SmartLav Plus with my DSLR or with an audio recorder? And the answer is yes, but you will need to use an adapter cable called the Rode SC3, which is TRRS to TRS. Again, gray for TRRS and black for TRS. And there we go, the Lav Plus is now plugged into a device that is not an iPhone. And without getting ahead of myself here, I almost skipped the Rode SC2 cable, which is TRS to TRS and is included in the box with the Rode Videomic. And now on to the Rode SC4, which is the exact opposite of the SC3. This one is TRS to TRRS, so you would use this one to plug a 3.5mm mic connector into your smartphone. A perfect example of that is with the Videomic. Since it comes with the SC2 cable that is TRS to TRS, you could use the SC4 to bridge the connection between the Videomic and the iPhone. There's an even better solution for that, however, and it involves me skipping all the way to the SC7, which is just like the SC2, but instead of TRS to TRS, it's TRS to TRRS. By using the SC7, you can get away with using just one cable instead of having to use the SC2 and the SC4 as a combo. Next is the SC6, which is a dual TRRS input with headphone output. This is great if, for example, you have two SmartLav Plus mics and you want to do an interview. You'll be able to connect one mic from the host and one mic from the guest into one connection and even have the camera person or whoever monitor the audio. And finally, there is the Rode SC8, which, while not for smartphones, is the same as the SC1 in that it's a 20-foot extension cable, but it's TRS to TRS. As you can see here, I use an SC8 to run a Rode Videomic from the end of my boom pole over to my dSLR, which is at a farther distance from the mic. Now, I'm mentioning the SC8 simply because it can be used in conjunction with a Rode SC4 cable adapter to plug the Rode Videomic into your iPhone. All right, now you can always click on the card right here above to access a playlist to some of my other videos. I hope you found this video helpful. Leave any questions or comments that you have down below. Give this video a nice big fat thumbs up, and remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so that you'll know anytime I post something new. Again, I'm Jade, and as I always say, rock and roll.